So we're doing other product reviews, and LASFIT was nice enough to send me a set of their LED fog light bulbs. So the car is lowered, so it's gonna be really hard to show you any kind of install process. If you want to see a more in-depth, well, actually it's gonna be hard either way, but we'll kind of show you and give you an idea of how easy it is. You don't have to remove the bumper, though removing the bumper would obviously make life easier. You can literally just turn the wheels and then basically remove a little bit of the fender lining, reach your hand, and if you've ever replaced any kind of bulb, you'll know you just untwist to unsocket it, pull out, and then obviously put in the new bulb. These bulbs will probably be a lot easier to install than the switchbacks I installed previously. Only reason being is there's no extra harness to control the switchback functionality. And also, since that video, I've noticed that I believe they don't even make those bulbs anymore. So this is kind of a perfect update for those of you guys that are jumping into the first generation Veloster platform. But I'll show you guys real quick these bulbs in a second. It's just gonna be much easier plug and play. And if the other auxiliary LED bulbs that we've installed for backup and the license plate frame are any indication, these should be a very nice treat to have on these. So let's get straight to it.
Hey Seamus.
Yes?
Is it a paid endorsement?
It is not. So once again, I'm not being paid for by LASFIT to do this. They were just nice enough to send me the product because I did mention that I kind of wanted to go over an easier, accessible product for you guys. Most of the stuff I did before was through DDM. And if you're in SoCal, those places are plenty and abundant to find. But for those of you guys that mainly have to deal with kind of internet sales and whatnot, and Amazon being kind of one of the easiest outlets, I've teamed up with LASFIT to do some reviews on some of their products. And so they've just been generous enough to send some stuff out. But there's also something really special about this video, which I'll tell you guys after we check out the product. So stay tuned for that. All right, so before we get the install going, I'm gonna show you this very nice box of the product. So we have LASFIT Elite Club. So this is basically to register your bulb, and essentially you can be a prototype person like me. If you leave good reviews and whatnot, you can possibly be eligible to receive future products. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, obviously that's something you'd like to do. Then you have your typical product manual. So just kind of telling you stats of the bulbs. For those of you interested in this particular set, these are the LC6 series, which the color temperature is about a 6000 to 6500 K, which is more of a cooler white. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, see what it looks like. Another question that I'll probably be asked is the lumens rating. These are rated at 3000 lumens per bulb, so you know, definitely a nice bright set. Not the crazy brightest, but again, you probably don't need that for fog lights anyways. And my personal opinion is I hate people that have like HIDs for their fog lights, because it's like you're just trying to blind people on your fog lights, and it just, because realistically at that light range, putting HIDs for fog lights, it kind of defeats the purpose of what the fog light bulb is. And if you were ever actually in fog and you needed your fog lights to be functional, chances are the HID beam would be too bright and it would bounce off of the fog and back into your face. So 3000 lumens should be plenty fine. This is what the chipset looks like. This is what the chipset looks like. I know it's not that great of a view. My camera's not focusing too well. And then the nice built-in fan assembly. And again, it's literally just plug and play. Everything is built into the bulb. So you really don't need any kind of CAN bus decoders for fog light bulbs on the Veloster, so that's kind of nice. And that will plug into the H8 bulb outlet nicely. So again, nice presentation, nice and compact. All right, so we have Subilu down here.
Hola.
This car is lowered now since the last time we installed bulbs, so that sucks. But literally, you just have to remove this fender lining to be able to reach in there, as you can see. And it's just, you see those two holes? The one in the front and the one back here. That's all that's holding that portion to be able to pull this back. It's just two body clips. So you can use a flathead or body panel remover, whatever you'd like. And then essentially, you're literally just gonna reach in there to where the fog light bulb is, reach for the bulb, twist out the old one, pull it out, and then we'll replace it with the new one. Not that hard of a process, and if you're not lowered, it'll probably be a million times easier. Alright, so now that we removed the bulb that was in there, the aux beam bulb that I was using before, you can see that this one actually doesn't have a built-in fan. It was actually just using a special heatsink style. Also, you'll notice that this did require the decoder to control the switchback functionality. and I'm expecting the LASFIT LEDs to be quite a bit brighter, mainly because, as you could tell here, there's two different style chips. The orange ones were the amber or yellow color, and the yellow ones at the bottom were to emit the white light, whereas the LASFIT are just single color. So we'll probably get a lot brighter because one of the fan requirement, and two because it's specifically purposed for one bulb. Also, again, less bulkiness because you don't have to plug in an extra decoder. And one last thing to note is this gorgeous braided connection to protect the cable. These bulbs are waterproof, so that's also a nice touch. You don't have to worry about, you know, rain and whatnot. Of course, though, I wouldn't suggest going through flooded areas, especially if your car is lowered on coils or springs, because keep in mind that, you know, you just want to be safe and not burn out the fan. So let's get this plugged in. Okay, sorry for my ugly face, but I'm going to show you guys real quick. I took over Shayna's vlog, but if you guys can see, I'm going to rotate this a little upside down. I'm going to turn on the camera light. 1 second. Oh, 1 second. Uno momento, por favor. We're having some technical difficulties over here. Flashlight. Oh, you're trying to... Yeah, so let's see if they can see this right here. So if you guys see that right there. Okay, so if you guys see that right there, that's where the connector goes. Sorry, I can't even talk. So connector, and then the braided wiring, and it's in. So we're gonna test it out. There we go. So before I show you the brightness, you see that? I don't know if you could hear that, but that's the fan kicking in. It's literally as quiet as a computer fan. Yeah, and obviously if you're moving, you're really not gonna notice it. Also, if it doesn't turn on, that's because you probably plugged it in backwards. The polarities, you know, the ground and the power. This is the other fog light bulb. It is nice and bright, but, and I mean, I can't really show you this at nighttime, but this is the LASFIT one. Yeah, you can see it's much brighter. Again, that is to be expected just because the switchbacks only had half the chips to work with, so nothing crazy there. But I do like that now. It does seem like, and I'll verify at nighttime, that the white from the fog and the white LED headlight will be the same color hue. So that's kind of a plus, because if you watched any of my other videos, the aux beam switchbacks had a slightly bluer white. Also, you can't really tell on his car because it's not dark enough, but I will show you guys, or I'll try to see if I can show you a comparison picture later. Also, for anyone that's going to say something about the sunlight and whatnot, we are quite literally under a awning, so there's equal darkness all around. See, the sun doesn't come until way over there. So yeah, so real quick, in the process of installing the other one, because obviously I just turned them both on to show you the comparison, this thing is quite hot. I mean, I commend it. Warm, not hot. Whatever. I think it's kind of hot because I can't hang with heat too well. But anyways, I guess it's warm because I'm able to touch it and I'm not burning myself. But it just kind of goes to show you that these things heat up quite a bit, because obviously this one doesn't use any kind of fan. It was just using air cooling, whereas the LASFIT ones will have a built-in fan. So for me, I'm just gonna guess that the fact that you have a fan to cool it off will just increase the longevity and make sure that your LEDs don't burn out. Again, this is kind of nice because it's one less moving part, but again, I can only imagine, you know, the heat produced by these things. So it's not on because we plugged in this one incorrectly as well. All right, so this one's installed, and again, much brighter. So we are all done. I'm liking the overall look of the brighter whites. So definitely excited to see these perform at nighttime, and really love the fact that the fans are dirt quiet. So yeah, all right, so it's nighttime and I'm outside by this wall, and obviously these are the stock these are the these are the headlight LED bulbs right now that you're witnessing. The fog light bulbs are off. So just to show you, walk around, fog light bulbs are off, and so we have that right there. If I find the picture, I have a picture of using the light pattern of the aux beam LED bulbs that were on here before, so I'll post a comparison, but I'm going to turn on the fog lights so you guys can see. So again, this is without the fog light bulbs on, and this is with the fog lights on. So as you can tell, they are quite bright. And the nice thing that I like about them is that they do reach the sides further. That other side, for some reason, you can't really tell. But they do their job quite well. Really bright. Like I said, it would be slightly cooler white. Honestly, it does look cooler white in the sense of from the camera's point of view. So the footage, unfortunately, does look like a cooler white. But it's not a huge difference. I'm on this side hoping to see a difference, but again, the camera just kind of gets it as a very whitish blue. That it is not. It is slightly cooler than the LEDs for the headlights, but not by much. Yeah, see right there when you're closer, it kind of eliminates the blue. Let's see if I could do the same for this side. Yeah, and notice, I'm just gonna get down here. You can barely hear the fan, if at all. Obviously right now you probably just hear the idle of the engine, but I definitely like the functionality of these bulbs. They're definitely doing their job. Again, I'm gonna try to retake that little footage I took earlier, darker or in a darker area, so you guys can see how much reach these bulbs give you on top of just the headlights. So yeah, let's go. Alright, so this is my usual little crossroad that I like to take videos on because the other side is pretty dark to kind of demonstrate my lights. So we're making that U-turn, and I'm just gonna kind of drive like normal because there's a car behind me. So this right now is just the LED headlights. The fog lights are not on yet, and so I'm gonna turn on the fog lights just to kind of demonstrate the reach and the side luminosity. So I don't know if you're able to tell, especially because this is kind of like an uphill little section, but I'm gonna turn them off again, and I'm gonna turn them back on. And you can definitely tell in the camera, I can see that it has a further reach. I'll turn them off again, and one more time. So these are some really nice bulbs. I'm honestly really happy with that type of output. So yeah, I mean, what can I say, guys? It's really great. The function is obviously there, especially for nighttime driving. So I'm sure you guys will be pleased with the outcome just as much as I am. Alright, so first and foremost, again, this was not paid for. LASFIT was just kind enough to send me the product to kind of review and make sure that my viewers get some really high quality LED bulbs for their first and second generation Velocitors in an easier method and at a very affordable price. That being said, huge shout out to Subilu for always helping me out do these things. You know, filming and trying to get things installed don't really go easily hand in hand. But my announcement is I have this in my hands, which is pretty cool. And you're probably thinking, hey dude, didn't you just show us what the box looks like? I did, absolutely. But as you could tell from the last video, the bulbs are already installed. LASFIT was actually really nice and kind enough to send me 2 sets. And the reason why is because recently, for those of you guys that follow me closely, you know that we hit 1,000 subs. So as always, thank you guys for all the love and support, and obviously just being part of this amazing community. But this set is actually going to go to a lucky winner, one of you guys, and it's very simple to enter into this 1,000 subs giveaway. All you need to do is subscribe to my channel here on YouTube and subscribe to the LASFIT YouTube channel, which I will link down below. And basically I will choose one of you guys at random in the next month or so. I will make an announcement video, and then whoever wins that gets a set of nice LASFIT LED fog light bulbs. So really excited for one of you guys to win this set. Obviously I'm really happy about this. So again guys, just subscribe to LASFIT, and one of you guys will have your own nice LED bulb set for your first generation Velociter, because again, I have not seen a second gen with fog lights. So yeah. So with that great news and the fact that it is now fall and no longer summer, it's nice and cooler, even though again I have heat issues, so I sweat quite easily. I can't wait for one of you lucky guys to or gals for you to win this LED fog light bulb set. It's super high quality, as you've seen in the video already. I'm extremely pleased with it. There's still a ton of installs that we have left to do on this car. I've just been really busy, and for pure transparency's sake, it's been a rough month. I've had a few other things, you know, with family issues and whatnot, but everything's okay. We're gonna move forward. I have one other thing that I kind of want to install that I haven't shown you guys yet. For those of you that have been following, we also have the gauge pillar cluster and the gauges, and a few other things kind of in store. So stay tuned for all that. But again, I'm tuning out, guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Thanks for all the love and support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. And real quick, for those of you wondering, hey, how are you having another giveaway when you haven't even announced the winners of the last giveaway? Have no fear. Actually, I will be announcing this weekend the winners to the last giveaway. I'll actually be doing that through the RSpec Life Instagram page. But again, you didn't have to follow the page to enter. You simply had to submit pictures of your rides. So I'm going to be choosing the winner in the next few days, and then I will post it there. Fear not if you don't have Instagram and you're not following, or you don't feel like creating an Instagram. That's fine. If you're one of the winners, I'm still going to reach out to you via whatever method you send me those images. So stay tuned for that. And thanks for everybody who entered, and good luck to the people entering in this new competition.